pushed on forward as if into a dream. While walking in the forest, a hunter strong and fair spied a deer by the riverside, so calm in the mist-filled air. In his stealth and silence, he eased into the glen, drew an arrow from his quiver, making sure to stay downwind. The sound of rushing water grew loud and louder still. A sudden chill came over him as mist shrouded the veil. The hunter pushed on forward as if into a dream. He looked again upon the shore and saw the strangest thing. For now upon the riverbank there was a maiden fair, standing by the water's edge, the mist in her light brown hair. He said, "Where did you come from?" as he approached the water's side. She calmly turned as he drew near and looked into his eyes. I've been here all morning, her voice was like a song. I love the spell that the river casts, it soothes me all day long. But what of you, young hunter? What has brought you here? For no mortal man has found this place in at least 1,000 years. And she took his hand in her hand, and time slowed to a crawl. And suddenly he couldn't move or do anything at all. And she's kissed his trembling lips and caressed his long dark hair. And his eyes closed for a moment, and then she wasn't there. Now he still walks the forest, and the seasons come and go. And come what may, in all that time, he's never told a soul. He often goes to the riverside where the rushing waters roar, hoping for another glimpse of that maiden on the shore.
How's everyone doing? Back today? Been a bit since my last stream, but here I am today. Give me a moment to get this all set up. Here we are. So, today I am going to be doing something different. I will be getting into Elden Ring later today, but something I've seen that happen, get posted on Twitter and stuff all the time is the VTuber Smasher Passes. It's something that I think it's really cool to look at everyone's models and stuff. I don't have many models today to look at, so I am thinking about switching things up, like debating whether just to do them all at once or do them like every certain amount of deaths in Elden Ring. But I think I am just going to do them all at once to start. And so let's get going. So like I said, I do not have many. So I do have the tier list here that I made. I did update it a little bit from the image. So instead of it just being like Marry Me, Sleeping Duster, or like Marriage Candidate versus anything else like that. So, starting at the top, out of my league. So this was in case anyone submitted anything like Iron Mouse or like these big massive VTubers with hundreds of thousands of followers. People like that. That's like I wasn't going to grade, or I was just going to skip. Looking at things, it does not look like I received any of those submissions. So that tier is probably not going to be used. So we're just going to delete that row. We've got the Marriage Candidate. These are models that I see that I think they look very nice. They look really well done, and I could see my model fitting with them. I am doing this purely off of how the model looks, unless I know the person, in which case I might base it off of how I interact with them online, things like that. There are some models on here that I do know, and there's some that I do like interact with the person and stuff, and there's models on here that I have not interacted with before. And so I will be explaining my choices as I do it. The would date category is, these are more for models that I don't know personally, or that I do know personally, that I would want to have, that I wouldn't say that I want to, that I would be okay seeing that putting in a relationship. Friends are, now see, like, it's such a weird thing. And it's another thing where I would have to like explain my choices and stuff. Friends are more for if there's a model that like, yeah, I don't find like, it feels so weird doing this because I feel so judgy. I don't want to be judgy, but that's the whole point of this. So friends are, I want to hang out with, I wouldn't mind collabing with, I wouldn't like, I'd interact with them on a daily basis as friends. one night stand, we get together, hang out. Things might not go well, things might go well. Who knows? I wouldn't see it lasting more than a week or so. Co-workers, people I would interact with, but more on a professional basis, and just to talk with them and be cordial. Passerby is someone that's like, I feel like I'd recognize them if I see them as like someone that you just like are walking by on the street that you've seen. Oh hey, oh I've seen them multiple times. Oh they look familiar. I could like, but it's not someone that I'd go up to myself. And the stay away is for models that if I got any that I'd be like, I wouldn't want to approach if I saw them. So going off first, let's like go. I'm just going to go through the different tabs where I got these from. So this here is Speedy. Speedy is someone I interact with on an almost daily basis on Discord. Speedy is a good person, I'd say. Their personality is not one that I am interested in. The Speedy is going to be friends. We hang out a bunch. We talk, like I said, on an almost daily basis. But that's where the line is. These tabs. Now, these two. I know absolutely nothing about these two that we have here. This was a different Reddit post. But first impression off of looks alone. This one here, I don't know what it is. I feel intimidated. I don't know if it's the smile with the closed eye. I'm not sure if it's because of how symmetrical it is. The pose, like, I don't know what it is. It's intimidating to me. So I wouldn't put it in the married candidate or would date. And I don't know enough about them to say that it'd be friends. So this is kind of where I would put the one night stand. Like, hey, I would talk with them, I'd interact with them, like, and probably go up to them. It's intimidating, but it's not terrifying. I feel like so. That's where this person will go. And just because I want to give the everyone as much of a chance as possible, we're gonna actually save here. So we'll copy this. This is why I have the Switch page open to see if we can find. Looks like them. Here's their channel trailer. We'll watch.
Hi guys, this is Acid. I just wanted to welcome you to my channel. I play mainly games like League of Legends or Dead by Daylight, sometimes Fortnite, and others. If you think that would interest you, I would love to have your follow, and I promise to keep things entertaining. This is a 18 plus channel because I do swear a lot, and the games that I play are quite mature sometimes. Anyways, thank you for being here. Love you.
So, after seeing that, I am less intimidated, but I will stand with this, with my current ranking here. I feel like this is someone who's like just getting comfortable and just getting into out there. So I would try to have them take the lead in things, and just kind of see where things go. Like I said, it's especially based on that, it's not something that I would stay away from. I could see it if it's not the one night stand category. I would put it into the passerby category. Next up, we have Cat Boy. So, just from the photo. So we're looking at the photo alone. I know nothing about it. So their username is Cat Boy. They're in a dress with like frilly like leggings, skirt, and stuff. So, at first glance, seeing this, I would assume based on the name, I'd assume femboy. So, personally, just on looks alone, I'd hang out with them. I think this would be a friends category based on looks alone, similar to Speedy. So that's where I'm gonna put them, because they look like they'd be chill to hang out with. Let's look up their name on Twitch, and we will see. We'll ignore those tabs. It's a Twitch.tv. We'll look them up. They do go by him. Does seem like they could be like a more, yeah, because they'll just loot some business hold some plus loot. Let's head to their channel, see if they have a channel trailer, which I should probably get one day. About at least sometimes a YouTuber. Well, dressing up, so lots and lots of costumes. 18 plus. Those are offline. There's no videos. Look, I don't see a clips channel, so they probably don't have clips yet. Face plus meow cam, first time reveal, so I don't know what that means. But here, based on the image, let's do this one because it looks like this is the outfit that they had. And let's just kind of see if we can get to know them.
In order to use my camera.
So this was 3 years ago, apparently.
We're doing live cam for the first time.
A meal since I.
Okay, that is live. Yeah.
But
These are highlights in the full video. I'm not seeing a more recent thing. Just based on that small interaction, they did seem more reserved. But also like not afraid to put themselves out there. I do think I'm gonna leave this model at the friends tier. So that's what we have from our Reddit posts. But now we're gonna move on to our Reddit post, which is where I was expecting to get a lot more. So one of like the main reasons why I wanted to do this tier list is because I see him all the time on X/Twitter here, and I put my model down, and it seems like never, like anytime that I've done it, the streamer has not been able to get to all of them because of time restraints. I wanted to do it. I was hoping to get like a lot more responses, and then I could actually make sure to showcase them all, even if I got 100 models to review. So, is there a way to sort? Here, sort by latest, or actually. So we'll go in backwards order just because there's not an earliest response. So here we've got Fairy. I know of Fairy. I have not watched any of their content before. I believe that. Let's take a look at their page. So it says debut coming soon, so doesn't look like that they are going to be going live soon, but they have posts from September 20th, and the earliest post, and that was a repost. We've got December 18th, a Soul Being, Fairy. So their model is made of the model is a soul, or they're made of soul, but with the name Fairy. I know that so this is gonna peek behind the curtains a little bit. I'm pretty sure Fairy has tried debuting before as Fairy, and they were going off the Ferryman kind of style, where they're uttering souls to the afterlife, which I can still see a little bit in this. And I want to apologize in advance if this is something that I shouldn't be sharing. But with not much to go on, I see that there's not much, and then based on the caption here, I would assume that they're more leaning a little bit more towards a YouTuber, but maybe it could just be a joke. Based on the images I have here, and we are told that it does not have their pronoun.
I hope you've been able to leave things behind. These days I keep busy with work in the garden. I have my moments, but mostly I'm fine. And in the morning,
So I'm going to refer to they, them, because I just does not list their pronouns. And then we'll look on Twitch here and see if they have anything on here. We've got more of their offline videos, no videos, so it doesn't look like that they actually have streamed it all. About page, hi, it's good to see you, please stay and keep me company. About and credits, so. Nothing too crazy here. I think for Barry here, it would be between Woodgate and Friends. I think it would last more than one night. I think we could start out dating, think it wouldn't work out, and then we would end as friends. That is my opinion, based on just what I know personality-wise. Like behind the curtain stuff that I'm not going to talk about. So that's where I would leave there. Really, let's put it more towards. So, the closer they are to this, the closer it is to the previous. The further away, the closer to the bottom. We got Ducko, Duck Twitch streamer. G Sensei. Bap. So, this is a person that I know nothing about. Just taking a look at their Twitter. Seems like they follow same people that I follow. Or at least have seen people, because that's me. So I'm not sure if this might be how they found me, is through this person. Let's check out their Twitch to see if we can find anything there. Already getting flashbang with the red background, just very
Stream back.
forward.
Did we crash? The stream crash?
It looked like it's PNG Tuber versus live 2D model.
Nice.
Let's see if they have an intro video I can find. So they sometimes do like very long streams. Like this is almost an 8-hour stream. Sometimes they do like very short, so like an hour stream. Play League of Legends and Hollow Knight.
Just jumped the case.
Done Repo. Not sure what game this is. Oh, Tekken.
What? Bro, they threw it at the far edge. How is that fair?
So, based on what I'm hearing from them on this, especially compared to like how I play video games, it seems like very cool-headed. Yeah, you get frustrated sometimes. Who doesn't? I'd say that we would get along. We might not have much to talk about, but yeah, I'll put it as coworkers. I could see us talking and interacting with each other. I just wouldn't see us like really knowing what to say to each other, apart from like pleasantries. I'll leave it at coworker here. Why is my opera being slow? Okay. Next we've got Simply Sloth. I do not believe that Slothy is a tuber themselves. I know Slothy because through Simply Misty here. Simply Misty is both our Oshis. And Slothy is another one I interact with. Not as much as with Speedy here, but I know Slothy. I talk with him probably once a week, I'd say, versus every day. Because of that infrequency, I would put Slothy more at coworkers than friends. Because we have similar interests, but there isn't as much interaction there. As someone that I do interact with, there's not as much as someone like Speedy here. Next we've got Astrolay. I have no idea who Astrolay is. Does follow me, she's a Twitch affiliate. Looks like they do Marvel Rival, or they're interested in Marvel Rival. Let's take a look at their Twitch to see if we can get a little bit more of an insight into who Astrolay is. And I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. So, before we get into things, because I can definitely see this changing just on... So, my initial instinct, just on the way the model looks, purely on the way the model looks, this would be the first one that, probably the only one that I would put under marriage candidate. Just because it looks alone, it reminded me very much of like this, like the looks of it reminds me very much of the Stardew Valley marriage candidates, where it is stunning, like visually stunning, and pleasant on the eyes. It's not like completely symmetrical. I guess it is. I guess it is symmetrical. Like there is some asymmetry here, and then the rest is symmetrical. But it's not as intimidating as before. It's a lot more gentle of a look. And even with like the different expressions here. So, starting off, it's American.
What you doing?
As we look into the stream,
This is fun.
this is 6 days ago.
I fixed it. It's a working print and it's functional, but it's out of fuel. We can travel to other areas like this.
I could definitely
Hopefully
get
next
used
time,
to
like, I
it,
don't know, we can stock up on it.
but at first, the voice is very high pitched compared to what I would have expected from the model. I know that that's not something that can be helped, but it's kind of like why I wanted to do my initial reaction before anything else.
Energy. Do your thing.
It does seem like they play games very similar to me, where they look at the game, like they react to games similar, where they're very much want to watch and see what happens, not really being the one to engage with others. Even here, I hear the other people talking, but not her.
Crouch doesn't make noise. When you talk, that's when you make noise.
Well, I muted my microphone during that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is her just not used to playing with others or like just trying to hold back. But based on that, she definitely seems a lot more reserved than I would have expected from the model as it was. And so because of that, I am going to move it down to a day because I would give them a chance. I'd talk with them, I'd interact. But it's another one where, like, I just, as this things stand right now, I don't see it going further than that. Next up, we've got Rivule. 2 more. Captain Mandarin. This is another person. I have no idea who it is. Also, what is this notification? I just want to do a quick check, make sure it's not another submission. Okay, it'll be someone liking posts. So, Captain Mandarin. First impressions, not seeing much from them. Looks like it's mostly reposts and stuff. I don't even know if they're a streamer or if it's just their character. They have a YouTube channel. So we'll take a look at this. From what I can tell, they don't use their model. Is it voice acting this work? That was just...
So, anyway, I'm going to go to the lights.
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah.
So he can be angry.
Seeing this, I wouldn't necessarily give them like another look through just on like what I saw. It's interesting. I wouldn't like completely shut them away. I'd be like, oh, like if I saw them again, I'd recognize them. I wouldn't like purposely steer away from them, but I think that it would just be like passerby talking about them. So, last but not least, we have Simply Misty. I think out of all of them, this is the one that I am the most scared to react to and scared to put on the tier list. Simply Misty, I will say, is my Oshi. I am a mod for them on Discord, and I at the very least tune into every stream that she does. I am very familiar with who Misty is as a person, I feel like. At least what she puts at, like, who Misty is as a person online. She is definitely a lot more wholesome than many other VTubers that I see. And she interacts with the chat a lot. I find Misty is the ideal what small VTubers should be. She is very community driven, and she wants what's best for her community, even putting her community above herself sometimes. I am extremely grateful for all the opportunity that Misty has given me, and that is what makes this so hard to put in the rank. I would put Misty in a tier of her own. But Misty is like such a down-to-earth person. I wouldn't say that she would be like so far out of the league. I don't want to say she's a marriage game. Definitely wouldn't stay away. Definitely wouldn't be like a passerby. I want to interact with them more. I want to get to know them more, become more friends. And this is kind of why you'll notice that some of these are different than what I posted up here. So like the Marry Me is marriage candidate instead, the Date Me is would date instead. And I changed this category specifically for Misty because I want to say this to start. I would not pursue a relationship with Misty. But based on what I know about Misty and the personality that she puts forth, Misty would definitely be someone that I would not mind dating. Purely based on. However, because Misty is Misty, and because she's like such an inspiration for me, I have to leave her at the friends tier. And because I just know that I would never want our friendship to be different than what it is right now. And so it's very much on the line between these two. I feel so. That is all of the submissions that I have. With that, our tier list is done, and I am so happy that I saw all these models beforehand, so I had like somewhat of an idea of where I would put them. But being able to explain my reasoning and stuff and talk about everything was definitely a really nice change of pace for me. And now, at this point, I'm going to go to our Be Right Back page. As I get ready for Elden Ring. See you guys in a bit.